Hi everyone, it's Friday, which means it's time to deploy. Unfortunately, Jim is busy with much more important things, so we're gonna do this one without him, but that's okay. He says hi. So let's go ahead and get into the latest news of the week. This is an article that was posted on our blog entitled Better Kubernetes at the Edge with Argo CD and Codefresh. This was written by Dan, who's our VP of open source. This is a great article if you're at all interested about how Kubernetes is used in, for example, like retail shops or point of sale. This is a great article to take a look at. So there are a number of companies out there that are doing some really amazing things with Kubernetes, namely folks like Chick-fil-A or Starbucks. They're doing some really interesting things with what we call Kubernetes at the edge. And so Dan goes through all the ins and outs of what edge Kubernetes is and all the things that you need to be aware of when considering it as an option, and the use of Argo CD in that context. So feel free to check that out. It's a really good read. You still have time to submit your papers or call for presentations for some CNCF events that are coming up. Most notably, we've got ArgoCon that's going to be taking place in November as part of KubeCon North America. We will be there with a booth. So just to remind you of the dates that are available, so the CFP is now available, it's open, but it is closing on July 14th. So if you have any presentations that you'd be interested in submitting, make sure you get the presentations in, and we will be announcing the schedule as part of ArgoCon on August 28th. The event date, again, to remind you, is just November 12th, which is the date for KubeCon, CloudNativeCon North America, which is in Salt Lake City. Awesome. This is a really good blog post that's up on the Octopus blog. This is by Emily, entitled What's New in the Octopus Navigation UI. So for those folks who don't know, we have a new UI available inside of the Octopus product. And this has been rolling out to customers who are running cloud throughout July. And the really great thing about this is it goes into a lot of the critical thinking that went into constructing our UI changes. So you may notice that we have a much simpler layout. We have a much cleaner design now as part of the various aesthetics that go into Octopus, which is great. Here's the new projects dashboard. So you'll notice that we have these nice simple icons. We have collapsible columns. We have filters that are propagated across every dialog. We even have a collapsed area for the various environments that you have. So it's really cleaned up really nicely, and I think it's bringing us into a more modern theme. So this is what it looks like in terms of a dark mode and light mode. So you can see here the contrasting styles. But what's really nice about this and what I found really engaging about this is the fact that the left-hand side has become much more simple. We also have a section for favorite projects and a really good taxonomy for finding the parts and pieces of Octopus that you're interested in. And then the dialogues that we have are really nice. They're really a lot simpler. So going forward, I think the changes are really nice. And if you have any feedback to let us know what you think, let Emily know and the team know, and they would be most interested. Speaking of new, we have a new integrations page. So if you go to octopus.com/integrations, there you'll see a page that looks like this. This is, this used to be, well, this actually didn't exist. It's a brand new site, but we still do. We still have the library, which is at library.octopus.com. But one of the things that we discovered was that library only articulated what was available for, the various deployment processes that you would define. Those were the community SEP templates that were issued. Now we have a list of integrations, and along the left-hand side, we have a series of categories. So you can see here, these are integrations that we have for things like GitHub, for GitLab, etc. And you can take a look at all the integrations there. These are all the community steps. Now, this is a V1, so we're going to add more to this as we go along. But if you're at all curious at taking a look at what these things look like, you can see this is a brand new design, mimics the new design that we have for our UI. And of course, we support dark mode as well now in our docs. So this obviously carries forward to our integrations. But I am tremendously encouraged by this because this is the future of basically how we talk about the integrations that Octopus supports. This is going well beyond just community step templates. And so check it out. Let us know what you think. This is at octopus.com/integrations. Don't forget that Shipped is also coming up. November 20th and 21st is a virtual conference. We actually have sessions coming in. So if you're all curious, you can reserve your seat now visiting octopus.com/shipped. Alternatively, you can also submit a speaker session. So we actually have a lot of sessions that are coming in. And if you're at all interested in speaking about anything that we have listed as far as topics are concerned, feel free to submit a session. We have it available up on Sessionize, which is a very popular platform for speakers. And as you can see, we have a variety of session formats, tracks as well. So if you want to talk about things like continuous delivery or developer experience or GitOps, we're looking for folks to submit. Our call is going to be ending in September. This date may change, but feel free to submit anyways, and we'd love to see you there. So that's in 138 days, which I know is a long ways away, but it does come quicker than you think. This is a new roadmap item entitled Prioritized Deployments, and this is from Michelle, who's a PM who's overlooking this item up on our roadmap. Prioritized Deployments is a really nice way in which you can actually adjust how tasks are running within Octopus, and this allows you to resort or there's a lot of aspects, a part of this. It's more than just deployments itself. You can also make priority available within life cycles, or within runbooks, or within a variety of other capabilities like deployments itself. And so this allows you to essentially assign priority or order of importance to various tasks that run. We have an EA available, or an early adopter program available. So feel free to ping Michelle if you're at all curious, and let her know that you'd like to take part of this EA. This is something that we're testing out, and we hope that you'll enjoy it. Don't forget, we have all the other tasks and items available up on our roadmap. This should be your homepage. You can see everything that we've shipped, everything that we have planned, and everything that is under consideration. So if you have an idea, feel free to let us know. We have a number of new case studies that have been added to our case studies list. This one's from Applied Systems that talks about deploying 1,200 times per week with Octopus. A really great read about how they utilize this for automation, team efficiency, and deployment frequency. Another use case that has been published is Spindle Media. Their deployments have gone 10 times faster as a result of using the Octopus Kubernetes agent, which we've talked about before. And then finally, NobiBet is a company that has gone from a 24-hour deployment window to 5-minute deployments with Octopus. And so you can read all about these up on our case studies list. All of our case studies can be found up on our case studies page, which is that /company/customers. There you'll see a variety of customers listed, and we are adding all kinds of new ones there, so feel free to check that out. Don't forget, we also have a series of webinars also coming up. This is at /webinars. Later next week, we're going to have a co-run webinar with Redgate talking about database deployments, and we're going to highlight a tool called Flyway. If you haven't seen Flyway, it's a really good tool for doing database deployments or database changes, and then coordinating database deployments through Octopus. We have our 101 series that we run monthly. I'll be running this on July 11th. Bob will be hosting a really interesting webinar called What is this DevX, or Developer Experience and Platform Engineering I keep hearing about? And then to wrap things up for the month, we're going to have Kit talking about deployments to Kubernetes at scale. We have a lot of great webinars also planned for August, so stay tuned for that. You can check this all out at /webinars. We also have a article that's been posted by Steve, how to measure platform engineering using Monk metrics. So we have a variety of metrics. We've talked about this before, Monk metrics to track success of your IDP. And if you're at all curious about what these are and how they relate to IDPs or internal developer platforms, Steve has written about this on the new stack. So you can check that out there. And then finally, we've been mentioned in the top 10 best DevOps platforms by Codium. You can see the list of platforms that are listed there. We're up here, and we're in good company here. There's a lot of platforms that I use, actually. And so you can see Codefresh and Octopus Deploy are both listed. So yeah, check it out. Really good read. Anyways, that wraps up the news for the week. Again, Jim sends his regards, but he's busy with other things. And until next time, we'll see you next week on Deploy on Friday. Take care. Happy deployments, everyone.